Yo, what's going on, guys? Pasta Miles 26 back with a new video for you guys. So, you guys have been waiting for this for a while, and I'm super pumped to talk to you guys about Insidious The Red Door. So, let's dive right into it, guys. So, the first thing I want to discuss with you guys is the fifth and supposedly. Oh, before I get into that, I do want to let you guys know there are going to be spoilers in this video. So if you haven't seen Insidious The Red Door, click off this video and go see it, and then come on back and see how my review adds up to your guys's your guys' ideas on how Insidious was, like what your guys' opinions are of it. Also, I would love to hear it from you guys. Comment down below, um, letting me know if I missed some stuff or if what you guys think about my review. So let's jump right into it. So the Red Door is the fifth. Oh, and one thing I do want to say is I am getting most of my information off of this website called Roger Burt. Let me just check really quick here. Yeah, rogerebert.com. That's kind of where I'm getting most of my information from. So, all right. So, I honestly think with this being Patrick Wilson, who plays Josh in the Insidious movies, with this being his directorial debut, with being his first video or first movie that he's filmed, I really am surprised with how, I don't want to say how good it was, but with how much went into this movie. Because before, I, as you guys saw, and if you haven't checked out my most recent video, I'll link that in the description below. But so with it being Patrick Wilson's first ever, his directorial debut, his first video, his first movie that he himself has filmed, I really do think he did an amazing job. Um, so let's get into talking about Insidious The Red Door. Alright, guys. Okay, so as you all know, Patrick Wilson stars as the protective father of Josh Lambert from Insidious and Insidious Chapter 2. So with that, he also performs this is just discussing this. So, um, like I said, The Red Door is the fifth and supposedly final Insidious movie, and with the caveat that you can never trust a horror franchise, which I will get into that most likely towards the end of this video. So stay tuned for that, talking about the ending of it. We are able to see what has happened with the Lambert family from the past Insidious movies to now, to present day. And one thing that I think is very interesting about this is they didn't bring back all of the old cast. They didn't bring back. I'll put a photo of who I'm thinking of, these two guys that were the ghost hunters from the past couple Insidious movies, from like Insidious 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3. I believe they were in Chapter 3. It might have been just Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. But anyways, so they've been absent from Insidious. The story of the Lambert family. They've been absent from Insidious since 2013, when Blumhouse pivoted to focus on Elise Rainier. Comment down below if I'm saying that completely wrong, because I think I am, but her last name. Um, they did a couple prequel movies leading up to this movie. Although she did die in the chapter 2 movie, she appears again in this movie, Insidious The Red Door. I think that was a really cool scene that it happened, that how it happened. I won't go into too much detail about it, but let's just continue on. So, young Dalton Lambert, he was the kid that played Dalton back in chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, when he was just a kid and he was trapped in the further. Um, which, for those of you guys who don't know, the further is a kind of a realm that the red-faced demon, I'll put a picture of him right here. The red-faced demon um, traps victims there. And that's kind of how he ended up going into the Lambert family's life, is through the further and through the Red Door, which hence the name of this movie. But anyways, guys, so in the beginning of this movie, it starts out with the Lambert family attending a funeral, and the funeral is for Dalton, or I'm sorry, it is for Josh's mom. So Dalton's grandma has passed away, and she played a significant role of saving Dalton from the further back in the other movies. Um, so we'll kind of, and the interesting part here is in this movie they had actually a lot of different flashbacks to the past movies, which I think that was a very, very great touch to remind the audience what happened in those movies, because before going into this movie, I honestly I didn't rewatch like chapter Insidious, the first one, Insidious chapter 2, chapter 3. I didn't watch any of those. I just went in blindly, even though knowing already kind of mostly what happens in those three movies, and the spin-off ones I didn't really care too much to watch, but I did watch them, but they weren't that great. Just the kind of the stuff talking about Elise and how her upbringing came. Anyways, guys, so for the Red Door, it plays a little with the trope of artists creating possessed or otherwise supernatural works as seen in horror movies like The Devil's Candy. I don't know what that movie is. I'll find it and I'll put a picture of it right here. If you guys know what that is, awesome. If not, then you're like me. I don't know what it is. So, but most of its runtime is spent exploring something less inspired of that. So, Josh and Dalton's gift for astral projection isn't just a mysterious phenomenon. It's that old saw of inherited trauma and mental illness that's been wreaking havoc on horror movies. This manifests is form of revelations about the father Josh, about his childhood, and how that demon, that spirit, clung on to him when he was a kid. And then when obviously Josh grew up and he had kids of his own, he had Dalton, it slowly started coming back in the form of that red-faced demon, which I've heard a lot of people kind of call him the lipstick demon, which is funny, or the Darth Maul demon, or whatever you want to call him. But it's such a root theme at this point that it sucks all the interest from the family drama, because now it's all just about that demon. It's all just about the Darth Maul looking demon. And something that I really, really enjoyed in this movie was the callbacks to the past Insidious movies. I mentioned that at the beginning of this video a little bit, but the callbacks to this film from The Red Door, it seems to give off trying to make, it seems like it's a puzzle and it's trying to make all these different pieces fit together into the Red Door being the climactic finish, the climactic ending to the Insidious franchise. But I still think there's going to be a sixth movie, but obviously that's a long ways away. Granted, this one, The Red Door, took 10 years from the last Insidious movie to be made, produced, edited, revised, and released. It took 10 years. Like, I I don't even know where I'm gonna be in 10 years. Anyways, guys, so we're gonna be talking about an early scene. I really like this how it talks about this. So an early scene where Josh hallucinates a ghostly old woman while trapped inside an MRI machine is especially well done and ties in with the subplot where Josh seeks treatment from persistent fatigue and brain fog. And I kind of like this little caption. It says, "Long COVID?" question mark. Nope, the further. I think that's pretty funny. Whoever wrote this article, I think they're nailing it so far. But one thing also, once the college-centric main plot kicks in of Dalton leaving for college and him kind of being on his own, um, I will say I really enjoyed how um, Dalton's character was played in this movie, with him being a teenager, with him going off to college, and kind of that whole spectrum of just the college life for him, even though there still is that darkness attached to him. There still is that presence of a demon attached to him from his past. Even though I remember they did have their memories wiped, or they did have that past year, however long it was, but they did have that wiped. I remember that in I believe it was chapter 3. Yeah, I believe it was chapter 3. It was either chapter 2 or chapter 3. I believe it was 3. But now it's coming back. So, and I really do think that, just making sure yeah, it is. I really do think that this movie kind of wrapped everything up, even though there still is something which I'll talk about in a little bit. But all right, let's see here. So, sorry guys, I'm trying to figure this out really quick. Okay, and yeah, so with Dalton at college, he's now kind of on his own. He has a roommate, and he starts to feel uneasy. He starts to do these different drawings. Um, oh, and one thing I also forgot to mention is he was this college that he got accepted to and is going to. It's an art school that's his main major for college. It's art. Um, and something that I really like, that I really enjoy, is there is this picture that was um, that he was drawing, and of course, you guys guessed it, it was a door. It was a red door, and so I think that's also kind of how they intertwine those two, with being if they being the red door, with it being that. Um, I will admit though, they did do an amazing job. They did an amazing job towards the end of the movie, kind of wrapping everything up. Um, and I'm hoping that if we do get a sixth movie, I'm not saying we will, but if we do, I am gonna do the same thing I've been doing for this movie: the reaction, the review before the movie, and the review after I go see it. So I'm super pumped for I'm super pumped, you guys. I'm so grateful to every single one of my subscribers. If you are not subscribed, go hit that subscribe button. Drop a like on this video if you're enjoying it at this time. And one thing I'm trying to also do better on is with my editing for my videos. I am trying to get better at punctuality and let's see here. Sorry guys, I don't know why my computer's running so slow. Yeah. Alright. Yes. Why is my computer being like this? Alright, I'm gonna have to do the rest of it from my phone. I apologize, guys. I'm trying to get this all figured out. Okay, let's do this. And I apologize if you guys think I'm kind of just mooching off of other people's reviews. I'm not. I hope I'm not coming across like that. I'm giving my own opinion and I'm gaining more knowledge from other people's reviews online, as well as just different different articles I find about the Red Door. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm not just like repeating myself over and over and over. Um, yeah. So, oh, and the other thing is, I also wanted to bring up is so Dalton has, as we all know, Dalton has that tough thing happen to him when he was trapped in the further and he was chained up back in Insidious Chapter 1. Um, Chained up by the Red Demon, and his dad had to come and save him. It was kind of a switch between those two kind of plot points, and it was now Dalton going in and saving his dad. And I thought that was really great. I thought that was a very cool piece to add to this movie. And one thing I really hope that I'm able to discuss with you guys more on, but I do not want to give it away towards the ending. But like I said at the beginning, there are spoilers in this movie for Insidious The Red Door, so if you don't want spoilers from here on out, you can click off the video. Um, and yeah, so okay, yeah, Dalton's name also, I forgot to mention, Dalton's name is Ty Simpkins, and Josh Lambert is Patrick Wilson, of course, who is the director of this Red Door movie. Um, I will say though, so towards the end of this movie, I honestly, in my own opinion, I really thought this movie, with it being Patrick Wilson's first directorial debut, his first movie that he's ever filmed, I thought it was filmed amazingly. I just wasn't that attached to how they brought up this movie, how the plot was. And the characters were amazing. Don't get me wrong, the characters were great, but I just wasn't attached to it really. I just wasn't in that mindset of okay, we're back in the Insidious realm. We're back in that horror genre, and it just I kind of felt like there was I don't know. I kind of felt like I was. It was honestly, if I had to give it a star rating from like one being complete trash, five being amazing, I would honestly give it like a three. Like there was a lot of great scenes in it. Do not get me wrong, There was a lot of great scenes, a lot of jump scares, a lot of fear, a lot of, oh, what's gonna happen next. But then again, there was that other side of me that was like, just it seemed, I don't want to say it seemed like they were repeating themselves, but it kind of did in a way from the last Insidious movie. Again, I'm not saying anything about Patrick Wilson or his film because it was filmed phenomenally. If it was just filming that I would be rating it, I would be giving it a 10 out of 10. It was amazing. I just didn't think the plot was very clear. I didn't think the plot had that impact for us as for me as the audience to really understand what was going on in this movie. I understand it was about Dalton leaving college and joining the art school and having all these different pictures that he was drawing of the Red Door, and that was the accumulation. That was like the peak of what was going on in that movie. With him finding the Red Door, with him and his dad finding the Red Door, which something too I thought that this was cool. Dalton was in college, his dad was obviously at home, and they were both able to connect into the further, kind of like Bluetooth, honestly, if you like share a device. But anyways, they were able to connect into the further, and that's how they were able to um, meet with each other to go into the further. I thought that was a really cool thing that happened in that movie, and it definitely, it was a really good movie. It was. I just felt like there was a couple lackluster stuff that was going on, and I just hope you guys can judge for yourselves. If you don't like this review, then that's fine. This is my channel, this is my opinion on the movie, and I really hope that you guys don't, for lack of a better word, I really hope you guys don't like stab me in the back and say, oh, your review is trash. Oh, your review is terrible. And I just hope that you guys just give me the chance to bring you guys content that I enjoy making. I love doing these before and after videos of movies or of TV shows or anything. But I do understand that some people obviously have different opinions, and really hope that you guys I really hope that you guys don't kind of I really hope that you guys don't give me a hard time with my personal review because it's my opinion. This is what I feel like the movie was. But anyways, guys, okay, so kind of moving ahead. So after Dalton was trapped in the further, or sorry, after his dad was trapped in the further and Dalton was trying to rescue him, um, the demon, the red-faced demon, appeared again, and it just made me think, okay, well, he's back. Is he gonna finally get to them? Is he finally gonna attack one of them? Is he gonna do something? And it was just, it just was anticlimactic how it ended. It really was. Um, I just really hope. Um, oh yeah, I just really hope that you guys don't take my word for it. If you guys want to say, "Oh, your video is trash. You're terrible at editing. You're terrible at doing YouTube," go for it. I That's your guys' opinion of me. But for me, I want to try and make the best content I can for you guys. And that's what I'm doing right now with my review of the Insidious movie, with my first video I posted, with my pre Insidious movie. review. If you guys haven't checked that out, go check it out. The link will be in the description below. But I just, that's my opinion on it. I just wasn't a big fan of it. Um, I will, though, admit there was a lot of different parts that I was not expecting to happen. And it comes from, I'm sorry, it goes from like Dalton getting possessed by the red demon in the further, and his dad is going to try and save him, but he's possessed and they fight, and I can't remember exactly how he was able to save Dalton from that, but oh, I apologize. That's the ending. Okay, so here's the ending. Here's my review of the ending of this movie. Um, I did already give you guys the warning of spoilers, so if you guys are here, then you've already seen the movie, or you just don't care about going to see the movie and you're just interested in it. And I appreciate that from you guys. I appreciate that, being able to make content for you guys and be able to just, even if it's literally just, I'm bored on YouTube, I'm just gonna swipe and, oh, there's Bus Miles 26, I'm gonna click on him, like, whatever, like, however you got here, I'm super grateful for every single one of my subscribers, every single one of the people that give me a thumbs up on my videos, and honestly, just keep giving me the drive to keep making these videos for you guys. I seriously appreciate it. All right, so after Dalton's physical body is possessed by the red-faced demon, he once again finds himself trapped in the red-faced demon's lair, in a scene that mirrors the original Insidious sequence from when Dalton was a kid and he was trapped in the further, chained up, and his dad comes in and he rescues him, but the demon sees him and he tries to stop him, and it's all it's pretty similar. And the other thing is, it plays this song, Tiptoe Through the Tulips. I'll play a snippet of it right here, and um, if you guys have heard that song, you'll understand why that song is so important to Insidious and the film franchise, because they used it back in chapter 1. Once again, he's unable to escape without his dad's help. Josh is able to travel beyond the Red Door and free his son, but the red-faced demon isn't willing to let Dalton just walk away. In order for Dalton to safely escape the further, Josh must use his body to block the Red Door, sacrificing himself for his son, not unlike what his own dad did. Josh is not strong enough to keep the demon from escaping, but Dalton is able to close the Red Door from his dorm room. He paints the Red Door. Sorry, guys. He paints the Red Door he drew shut with layers of thick black paint, keeping the demon from escaping into the human realm, hopefully forever, or until someone decides to relaunch the Insidious franchise. So, guys, that's my review on the Insidious The Red Door. I know it's not exactly shot by shot of what happened, because I don't want to spoil too much, even though I know I understand I did spoil the ending of it, but like I told you guys at the beginning, you guys are aware that there are spoilers. So, I'm super grateful to every single one of you guys being a subscriber of this channel. I'm wanting to get to at least my first mile, or my first mark I want to get to is get to 100 subscribers. And honestly, when I get there, I'll be making a video about that. But I'm super grateful for every single one of you guys that subscribe to my channel, and I'm super thankful to be able to do this for you guys, and it makes me think on sorry guys, going back to the Red Door, it makes me think on at the beginning. So it says when Dalton first arrives at his college dorm early in the film, he hangs the drawing he has made of his mom, his brother, and his grandma, but his dad doesn't earn a spot. It was a punch in the gut for Josh, who was trying to connect with his son, because that's a big thing in the beginning of this movie is he Josh feels like he didn't really have that opportunity to bond with Dalton when he was younger because they were always terrorized by um, by those demons, by the demons in their past. And I think that was a big thing too, is father-son bonding throughout this movie, especially at the ending of it when Josh is willing to sacrifice himself for his son. And it makes me really super excited to see what's going to happen next. If they're going to make an Insidious 6, if they're going to um, do another video about it, sorry, another movie about it, which honestly, I think they will. I think they will. I think there's a lot more that can be explored through the Insidious genre and the Insidious franchise. So I'm really hoping that you guys don't take my word for it, guys. Go see the movie and then drop a comment down below and let me know if I got it right, if I messed up, whatever you guys think I need to add, I need to fix, do whatever. Let me know, guys, because I'm literally open to hearing that I was wrong, hearing that I missed some pieces, because I know I did, but that does not change the fact that my video is my video that I decide to post, that I decide to talk about, what I decide to talk about, how I decide to discuss it, and that's not going to change anytime soon. So I want to thank you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to do this for you guys, giving me an opportunity to do a review for you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this review. I really hope that it made sense to you guys. I know it was kind of a little bit jumpy at the beginning where I was discussing the beginning of it, but I'm wanting to get better. I'm wanting to get better at talking about stuff that I find interesting, that I find enjoyable to discuss with my viewers, with my subscribers. And that's not going to change anytime soon. Thank you all so much for clicking on this video, for watching it all the way through. If you did watch it all the way through, drop a comment letting me know you did, or actually, you know what? Let's do this. Drop a comment saying Insidious The Red Door, how it ends. That's the comment that I'm going to be looking for, so I know you guys watched all the way through, because I'm hoping that you guys did. I'm hoping that I have such a dedicated subscribers to be able to watch all the way through, even if it's just me rambling for 20 minutes. But I appreciate every single one of you guys. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below. And let's hit 100 subs. That's my goal, guys. And my goal also is just to bring awesome content for you guys. That's the number one thing. I don't care about when I reach 1,000 subscribers. I don't care about when I reach 10,000, 20,000, 100,000. The only thing that's important to me is you guys. And your guys' comments on my videos, your guys' likes, your guys' just inspiration for me to keep on going, keep on making these YouTube videos, and keep on grinding. Thank you all so much for tuning into this video. I really hope you guys learned something. Let me know if I missed something. I most likely did. This is just my review. That's how I felt, but I'm super pumped for what the future holds. Next week, there will be a video coming out for me discussing the future, for me discussing what I want my YouTube channel to become. But until then, keep up to date on my Twitch channel. I'm probably gonna go live tonight on Twitch. If not tonight, I'm gonna go live tomorrow definitely. So definitely go give me a follow there, Boss Mouse 26 there, and thank you all so much for tuning in. You guys mean the world to me, and I honestly couldn't do anything without you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you all for tuning in. Have a good night, guys. Peace.